If you want to read Nietzsche, this is the only video you'll have to watch. First of all, don't start with Nietzsche. If you really want to understand what's going on, start with the Greeks. To read Nietzsche, you need to understand that he is fundamentally arguing against something. And to understand what that something is, you need to read Plato. You need to read Plato because Plato wrote for Socrates, and Socrates started the ideas that Nietzsche fundamentally opposes. So if you want to go really in depth, I'd recommend these. And if you want the short and sweet version, at least read these. Also, definitely Aristotle, if possible, at least the Nicomachean Ethics. After that, it would be insanely helpful to have some knowledge of the New Testament, especially the Gospels and Paul's letters. This is so important to really understanding Nietzsche's moral critique of Christianity, because his critique is ultimately not just theological, but psychological. And the Gospels and Paul's letters will give you the best understanding of the morals and values that Nietzsche is critiquing. Understanding these will really help you understand his argument of Christianity turning weakness into moral virtue. And this is really the fundamental basis of his slave-master morality. And without this, you really won't understand his book, The Genealogy of Morals. Or at least not understand it as well as you could. After this, if you want, I'd read Kant. Ideally, both his metaphysics and his critique of pure reason. And then I would follow that with Schopenhauer. The World as Will and Representation will help you tremendously, although you don't necessarily need it. This really helps you understand the beginning of Nietzsche's argument, although he, of course, takes it in a different direction. One other person that I think was not necessary but could definitely help is Kierkegaard, as he will actually give you a fundamental basis for Nietzsche while also building up religion, which will give you sort of a good prerequisite and precursor to Nietzsche's dismantling. Now, finally for Nietzsche, I would recommend starting with Twilight of the Idols if possible. It's just a nice little precursor, sort of a summary of his main ideas that he wrote when he was older, and this can give you a nice foundation. After this, I'd read Beyond Good and Evil and The Genealogy of Morals in any order, and then move on to the Antichrist. It's important that you read those two first before reading the Antichrist, because they sort of set the foundation for the attack that he makes in the Antichrist. Then I would do The Gay Science, Ecce Homo, and finish it with Thus Spoke Zarathustra. Definitely Thus Spoke Zarathustra last. It's like Homer, Kant, and Jesus had a baby. And believe me, you will not get it if you don't read the other ones first.